Defense stumbles, and the Chicago Blackhawks take full advantage. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Patrick Gwynn, and welcome back to the Orange and Black Attack. Ladies and gentlemen, the Flyers played absolutely horrible last night. Um, the defense stumbled, and the Chicago Blackhawks took well advantage even after the Flyers made the comeback. And like I said, this is the Orange and Black Attack. Tough game, tough loss last night. Um, can't blame this on the goaltending, and I'll get into that later. But let's get into this game. 56 seconds into the game, and Patrick Kane gets a wraparound, and he's able to push it past Michael Neuwirth, who was the starter for the Flyers. Chicago was all over the Flyers in this game from start to finish, and even with the Flyers making the comeback, it really didn't matter. The Hawks were firing all cylinders last night. The next goal, Ivan Provorov stumbles trying to back check. Rasmussen gets a breakaway, and he puts it through Michael Neuwirth's legs. A little later on, the Blackhawks get a power play, and Panarin gets a one-timer after Seabrook faked out Neuwirth, and the Hawks lead 3-0 going into the second period. Second period starts, and congratulations to Marian Hossa for getting his 500th career NHL goal. I feel if you reach 500 goals, you should be a certified Hall of Famer. I believe Marian Hossa will be a certified Hall of Famer. The Flyers are able to get one back, as Matt Reed is able to get one at the tail end of the period, and it's 3-1. It's 4-1. We go into the third period, and the Flyers make the comeback. Matt Reed's able to get another goal, and thinking, all right, well, there's some life. And then Sean Couturier, Coots gets on the board for the Flyers. Well, a nice little, short breakaway. It gets a past Corey Crawford. And then the Flyers get a power play. And then all aboard the Wayne train, Wayne Simmons is able to tie the game up at 4. So you think the Flyers have grabbed the momentum. But nope. Momentum is such a fickle thing in the NHL. It could go swing either way. The game was tied at under the 10-minute mark. Who was it for scored for them again? Anisimov and Kane get a 2-on-1, and Anisimov puts it into the net. But later on than that, Panarin gets his second goal of the game to make it 6-4, and then Patrick Kane adds a empty net goal to round out the scoring at 7-4. Folks, you can't blame the goaltending. Our defense was horrible in this game. And for those who want to bash Steve Mason, remember, Steve Mason was the goaltender that got us to the playoffs last year. So you want to bash him 3 games into the season, and you want to go ahead and bash Steve Mason. It is not his fault. The way that our defense played, and it was a Neuwirth's fault. The way that our defense played last night, I don't care if you're Jacques Plante or Ken Dryden or Patrick Waugh. You're not stopping the Chicago Blackhawks if your defense is playing that bad. That's how good the Blackhawks are. Yeah, they stumbled out of the gates, but it only takes them a little bit of time to, get their gears going, and they're going to start winning games. The Blackhawks aren't going anywhere. They've still got that core group of 7 guys that have won cups in the last 7 years. So if your defense is stumbling like Ivan Provorov was, then you're not going to be able to keep up with a high-powered team like that. I understand we're probably jet lagged from playing 3 games on the road. It'll be nice to come home on Thursday night. But, yeah, it seemed like we had the momentum going into had the momentum. We scored 4 unanswered goals to tie the game up. And if we could have got a lucky break, but no, the Blackhawks are the Blackhawks. That's why they're there every year as a cup contender. But you can't play with the team like that from the West, who relies on speed, relies on puck control, and expect to win games like that. Sure, we took 2 games last year from them is because we got great goaltending and our defense was solid. We were missing 2 key guys on the defensive end, And the boards, we're missing Gudis, who's serving the suspension, and Michael Delzato. I mean, that's evident. And, God love Mike, Ghost, and Ghost is in his second year, and Provorov's in his first year. So you're going to have, building blocks, and you're gonna have growing pains with these guys. So you can't blame the goaltending last night. We're 3 games into the season. We have 79 games left to play. We're 1-1-1. What? It's not time to hit the panic button. You know, for all these people on the Flyers, Flyers Nation or Orange and Black Fan Cave on Facebook, come on, folks. It is we are 3 games into the season. It's not time to hit the panic button. Don't blame Steve Mason. Don't blame Michael Neuvers. Our defense was horrible last night. Okay, it was horrible. And like I said, if with defense like that, I don't care if you're Patrick Waugh or anybody, or Dominik Hasek, you're not stopping it. I'd like to see you go out and do stuff like that, but it's not happening. When the Blackhawks are firing on all cylinders, it's not going to happen, folks. It's plain and simple. Your goal scorers, all Blackhawks in the first period: Patrick Kane, Rasmussen, and Panarin in the first period for the Blackhawks. In the second period, Marian Hossa, once again, congratulations to Marian Hossa on getting his 500th career goal. Marian Hossa for the Blackhawks and Matt Reed for the Flyers. Matt Reed, Sean Couturier, and Wayne Simmons for the Flyers to tie the score, but Anisimov, Panarin, and Kane round out the scoring, and the final is 7-4. Got to turn around, have a day off today. I'm doing this after work, but have a day off today, and they come back home for the home opener against the Anaheim Ducks. Game is at 7 o'clock. It'll be on Comcast Sportsnet for those who live in the Philadelphia area. I believe it'll be Fox Sports West for those who live in Anaheim. It is 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 4 o'clock for those who live on the West Coast, as the Philadelphia Flyers open up their home schedule. There should be a 50th anniversary celebration before the game, player introductions. Coverage starts at 6:30, I believe, or 7 o'clock. 6:30, 7 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet. They'll do the player introductions and do the ceremony before the game. The Flyers will be wearing the 50th anniversary jerseys, the white with the gold, on Thursday night. For those who are going, hopefully it'll be a fun time. Hopefully, you can come off and get a win. The Flyers have them. They play the Anaheim Ducks on Thursday night on Comcast Sportsnet. That is 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 4 o'clock on the West Coast for those who live outside the Philadelphia area or who are in Anaheim who are watching this. But like I said, Flyers fall 7-4 to the red hot. Can't stop the Blackhawks the way that they're playing. But just got to turn around Thursday night, 7 o'clock against the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Anaheim Ducks. Hey, just you come home. Let's get a win. Get back on track. Let's not, it's not time to hit the panic button, folks. And as I always end my episodes, good night and good hockey.